Hi, hi there. Thanks for that intro, albeit surprising intro. So my name's Dave Cooke. I'm a finance lawyer by training, and I've been working in sustainable finance regulation for 10 years now. And my project is about preserving the integrity of EU sustainable finance regulation in the face of what we're seeing recently around recent political announcements and this so-called ESG backlash that we're probably all aware of. And I firmly believe that without the right regulatory framework, then no amount of voluntary initiatives, coalitions, good intentions are going to bring about the net zero transition. That's my belief, and it's a well-founded belief, I think. So this work is of critical importance, but then again, so is every other project that we're hearing about today. So the problem, as I see it, so in the EU, we've seen a comprehensive sustainable finance regulatory package come online since 2018, and that's more than any other jurisdiction globally. But we're now at a crossroads in terms of the route forward for this sustainable finance regulation. And this is most apparent for sustainability disclosures. Now, up to now, civil society advocacy has argued that we need disclosure of more sustainability information because reorienting finance towards sustainable activities depends on comprehensive, it depends on reliable sustainability information being available. And considering this starting point of zero sustainability information, then this approach is understandable. But the number of different sustainability metrics and indicators is now significant. We've heard that in other presentations. And this means that the reporting burden on financial institutions and companies has undeniably increased. And now, unfortunately, the tide is turning. So we are witnessing a rollback in political ambition. The Commission has announced it will reduce reporting requirements by 25%. And obviously, the big fear is that this reduction target will disproportionately affect sustainability reporting. And that fear was even before the recent announcement from President Ursula von der Leyen about an omnibus proposal in relation to the taxonomy regulation, the CSRD, and the CSDDD. So these are three key pieces of regulation that help support the EU transition to a net zero economy. So there are numerous reasons to be concerned about this omnibus proposal. It will undermine the Green Deal, or there's a significant chance that it will undermine the Green Deal. It will create legal uncertainty. The regulation is already proportionate in that it focuses on large companies. So there's lots of arguments about why this omnibus proposal is concerning. But the target to reduce reporting obligations is now an unavoidable political context. So how can we safeguard progress so far? And how can we preserve the integrity of the corporate sustainability disclosure framework at this critical crossroads? So that's what this project's about. So what's the solution? Well, there are two areas where we should prioritize effort. First, we must change the focus from requiring more sustainability information is available to improving the utility of sustainability information in directing finance towards sustainable activities. And one way of improving the utility of sustainability information is through reframing sustainability reporting from a purely corporate-centric approach to a model that enhances interoperability with administrative, statistical, and third-party data sets. Now, this is an approach that would really make this sustainability information much more useful to stakeholders outside of the finance and corporate sector, but who are nevertheless very critical in bringing about the net zero transition. 2DI, along with the University of Munich, published a paper earlier this year setting out roadmap recommendations for how to improve the utility of corporate sustainability information for these other stakeholders. And one of the main recommendations relates to optimizing the European Single Access Point, or ESAP, as another acronym in this space, as a central repository for all sustainability information. But we really need to research and develop these roadmap recommendations further to add the detail, and of course carry out outreach to policymakers and stakeholders to disseminate the idea. But if we get this right, then increasing the utility of this information in this way can go a long way to compensate for the reduction in requirements. Potentially less information is available, but the utility of that information is a lot more. And second, we need to create a forum to coordinate civil society and progressive voices, so that as far as possible, there is a unified position in safeguarding the most important requirements. Obviously, if we all focus on different topics, the level of support for each individual topic will be less, and therefore more likely to fall away in the reduction effort. And at the moment, potentially all topics are at risk, which could really undermine progress on climate, biodiversity, any environmental topic that you think about. So that's my proposal to you. I'm out of time now, or just bang on time. So thanks for listening, and look forward to hearing from you.